Boys, today we are Today we're reacting to another old Jimmy High Roller video when the next Michael Jordan came face to face with Michael Jordan. I don't think I've seen this one either, and it intrigued me. So let's check it out.
Grant Hill, Vince Carter, Kobe Bryant, and Harold Miner. What do all of these players have in common?
Bro.
This guy. At some point in time, usually earlier on in their careers, all of these players were compared to Mike. Grant Hill made the All-Star team as a rookie and immediately put up numbers that had fans almost positive that he would be the next MJ. Vince Carter was a 6'6" high-flying slasher from UNC. The comparison there is obvious.
Yeah,
Kobe Bryant was Jordan's carbon copy, his mini-me, and the closest thing to Jordan since
Get your
Jordan.
pieces ready, boys.
And then there's Harold Miner, who of these four players was most closely compared to Michael Jordan but had a career that least resembled MJ's. He had the bald head, the high-flying dunks, tongue out and everything. A 6'5" shooting guard who could score the ball like a man possessed by Michael Jordan. I mean, come on, his nickname on Basketball Reference is literally Baby Jordan. Everyone loved the idea of comparing this kid to Michael Jordan
Number
until this kid met face to face
Michael Jordan, baby.
with Michael
Take
Jordan.
off that number 23. Shout out FTC. This is a sponsor? Nope. This is before Jimmy had the sponsors, bro. That right there would have been a transition into a sponsor. Curry.
The list of next Michael Jordans might be the least exclusive club on the entire planet. Before the name Michael Jordan was just another way of saying GOAT, NBA fans would actually use the phrase the next Michael Jordan to describe players that actually had a game that resembled Michael Jordan's. These days, this phrase is virtually extinct due to fans realizing there will more than likely never be another Jordan. But up until about 10 years ago, if you had a frame anywhere between 6'2" and 6'8", had great athleticism and could put the ball in the hoop better than your peers, then guess what? You may just be the next Michael Jordan. That's it. That's the extent of the criteria to join this club. But once you join the next Michael Jordan club, you have to climb your way up the kind of, sort of similar to MJ ladder. A list with many tiers on it, but no one to ever reach the top. Well, other than the man himself. Some have gotten close, but none have reached the pinnacle of this infamous club. At the bottom, you have players that should have never been compared to Michael Jordan. These are the most egregious cases of fans getting ahead of themselves. Towards the top of the list, you'll find Hall of Famers who define their generation. Players who used a Jordan-esque game to leave their mark on the NBA. Go down one tier and you'll find some great players. Go up one tier and you have LeBron and Kobe, two players with very different games, but in terms of being anointed as the next Jordan, got closer to the top than anyone else. Then, nearly all the way at the bottom, you have the I was super talented and I showed glimpses of superstar ability, but for one reason or another, nothing planned out the way it was.
Wiggins was like the next LeBron. I don't know, he wasn't ever really the next Jordan. I don't think, at least. Pretty sure he was like the next LeBron.
Good players, but they should have never had to deal with the pressure of being compared to Jordan. Players like O.J. Mayo, Deshaun Stevens, Michael Pietrus, and Harold Miner. The 6'5" combo guard who had every fan believing they were witnessing the future of the league. This cat had all the tools. The kid could jump out of the gym. He attacked the rim with power, but finished with finesse. As a high schooler, Miner's game was so similar to Michael's that he was given the nickname Baby Jordan. And when you watch his highlights, it becomes obvious why. Here are two sets of college stats. two All-American guards that elevated their team and had fans eager for their arrival in the NBA. But clearly, one of these players had a larger impact on the college level than the other.
The left is Baby Jordan.
And the Michael Jordan comparison becomes more and more real with each passing season. Pac-10 Player of the Year, 1992 All-American, Sports Illustrated College Basketball Player of the Year. But the striking similarities don't end there. In college, Miner wore the number 23. Michael Jordan won 2 slam dunk contests in the NBA. Harold Miner won 2 NBA slam dunk contests as well. Even Vince Carter said that Miner was the real next Michael Jordan. In 1992, MJ was solidifying his spot as the best player in the world. In 1992, Miner was just beginning his NBA journey, and for the first time, fans were finally given the opportunity to watch the future go toe-to-toe with the present. It's December 30th, 1992. The Miami Heat are set to face off against the reigning champs and the Chicago Bulls. A 21-year-old Harold Miner, just 18 games into his NBA career, is fresh off his best performance of the season. A 19-point outburst against a fellow star rookie, Shaquille O'Neal. The kid is feeling good and quickly proving his value at the NBA level. His assignment on this night, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
The stage is set. Baby Jordan versus the Jordan. Let's see what this kid can do.
Was forced to commit
that shit must have been.
This is interesting. Harold Miner, the rookie from Southern Cal, in. Miner will play against one of his idols, an obvious influence.
Well, I'm sure this is a big occasion for Harold Miner to play against the great one, Michael Jordan, and to defend him one-on-one. Here's a good matchup.
Miner blowing by. Nice pass by Miner. 3-on-2. Miner.
Oh, great shot. Change of hands. Harold Miner.
Did he go off?
Harold Miner.
Did he go off?
With just 4. Jordan has 9. They made him give it up for the 3-peat. Oh,
wait.
Not too bad. Harold Miner weaving through.
Nice.
2 more. Young Harold Miner broke into a grin when he heard that whistle. He knew he had a clean steal, but almost knew he wouldn't get away with it. Untypical.
I don't know if that was
58%
close to
here
clean.
in the first half.
He definitely read it.
He is feeling it tonight. Harold Miner,
Bro,
4 field goals, 8 points here in the
imagine
second
going
quarter.
off on Jordan.
In his first ever matchup against Mike, Harold Miner spent the entire first half absolutely torching the Bulls defense, getting into the lane with ease, carving through double teams, using Michael's very own signature baseline jumper on Michael himself. The fans are loving it, Harold is loving it, and the Jordan comparison that has followed Miner for years is becoming a reality right in front of our eyes. Going into the half, a rookie Harold Miner pushes the Heat to a 4-point lead over the Bulls. After coming off the bench in the first quarter, Miner is sitting on 10 points. The kid is having himself a game. Michael, on the other hand, only has 9 points going into the half. Now, you don't have to be a mind reader to know that right about now, MJ is fuming. To have a 21-year-old rookie compared to him and come out and light him up using his own moves,
it was close.
That's just unacceptable. Maybe, just maybe, this kid really was the next Michael Jordan. The similarities are uncanny. He's fearless, he's relentless, he's got all the moves. What could possibly go wrong?
No.
The confidence and the game growing nightly for Harold Miner.
I think Michael Jordan might try and take Harold Miner and show him who's boss out here soon.
Now, why do you have to go and say that?
7 on the shot clock. Jordan the work. Good if it goes. Jordan for the stuff in the first. Jordan on the prowl. Oh, man. Jordan with a reject.
He's everywhere on defense, folks. Good defense by Glenn Rice. They tried to bring Scottie Pippen free pass by Glenn Rice.
Back to Jordan. Oh. Jordan on the cut.
Oh, boy.
Jordan with the steal.
Look out, folks.
You'll see it later on your nightly news.
For the next 24 minutes, Michael Jordan goes berserk on the Miami Heat, dropping 30 points in the second half alone. While Harold Miner was doing his best Michael Jordan impression, Michael Jordan was busy showing the rookie there will only be one real MJ. Michael finished the game with 39, 8, and 6 with 3 steals and 2 blocks. One of his best games of the entire season. Almost as if he were trying to send a message to Harold and everyone else to stop the comparisons. Because once Michael went full GOAT mode, Miner didn't score another bucket for the entire game, finishing with 10 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist. The kid didn't ask for this. He didn't create the Jordan comparison for himself. He just happened to be in the path of the storm, and just like every other MJ clone, the storm swept him up and spit him out.
The fuck was
But,
that?
of course, this storm wasn't over just yet. Because for the next 4 seasons, Michael Jordan continued to give an annual reminder to Harold Miner that the comparisons should have never happened. Now, Harold Miner wasn't a bad player. He could get to his spots, he contributed on a nightly basis, and he played his role. But due to limited minutes and an injury in his 3rd NBA season, we never got to see Harold Miner's full potential. And, well, it also didn't help that Michael went out of his way to make the kid's life a living hell every single time they faced off. Michael handed Harold L after L after L while putting up MVP numbers on him. Meanwhile, Harold could hardly even catch his stride while trying to keep up with the man people so desperately compared him to. Here's Michael's career numbers when facing off against Harold. And here's Harold's numbers when facing off against Mike. Yeah. But wait, there's more. After 3 relatively disappointing seasons with the Miami Heat, Miner was traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers in 1995. But even in Cleveland, Miner couldn't seem to catch a break, and his career would soon be coming to an uneventful and premature end. But hey, at least Harold Miner was able to shake off that baby Jordan tag and just play the game he loved one last time. You've got to be kidding me.
And he'll be defended tonight by this man, his idol, Michael Jordan. He has Michael's picture still on his wall in his homeroom in his mom's house, and says that having Michael Jordan defend him will be interesting, to say the least.
Should become a pretty good defensive player.
Jordan stolen back by Jordan from the free throw. 34 in a row at United Center going back to last year. That is Jordan. Mills right in Jordan's face, forced him to shoot. Oh, they couldn't find anybody but number 23. Against Marley. Soaring.
As some sort of twisted farewell gift, Michael Jordan and the Bulls handed Harold Miner a 26-point blowout loss in his final NBA game. Of the 480 players Miner played against in his NBA career, on February 20th, 1996, this poor man was unfortunate enough to play Michael Jordan in his very last game in the NBA. Following this loss, Harold Miner never stepped foot onto another NBA court.
Did he get released?
And that's it. After 4 short seasons and the occasional highlights, the once highly anticipated high-flying guard that fans had sworn would be the next Michael Jordan was done playing basketball.
That sucks.
But the saddest part about his journey is that I don't even think he became Harold Miner. The kid was talented, there's no doubting that. But as his former college coach said in an interview, the worst thing that happened to Miner wasn't the lack of opportunities, it wasn't the injuries, it was being compared to Michael Jordan. Because when compared to the GOAT, every other player falls short. Harold Miner just happened to fall a bit shorter than everyone else. Hope you all enjoyed, and as always, until next time.
He always had to live with a chip on his shoulder in a way, like, he always had to compare himself to Jordan, because it wasn't even himself comparing him to Jordan, it was everybody else too. Once again, an absolute banger of a video by Jamie High Roller. It was an older video, not a new one, but man, it just goes to show you, like, you can't compare yourself to other people, even when, like, it's so, for him it's so hard to, though, because millions of people compared him to Jordan. So it's like, for you to not compare yourself to Jordan, I don't know, at the end of the day, you can't compare yourself to other people, because whatever you see, it's just going to be a highlight film of people. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to see what someone's going through. You're not going to see, like, equivalent of what you're going through in your head or whatever it may be. Just always compare yourself to yourself. Always do better than yourself. That's all you got to do at the end of the day. And if you're bettering yourself every day, if you're bettering yourself every week, every month, every year, then you're gonna be a better person. No, you're gonna be a successful person, because that's what it takes to be successful, is just to focus on what you have to better about yourself and better about what you're doing and things of that nature. All right, I'm gonna end it there. Drop a like, subscribe for the YouTube videos. I appreciate you boys. Peace out.